Austin, dream come true. Let's go inside. Okay. So we go inside, and we go into the basement, and all the kids are shut off, and we can't figure out how to turn it on. So I'm like, God damn it, never mind. So I'm like, what can we do instead? There's a little gym inside the house, a little like room with a treadmill and weights. And I'm like, let's go play in there. So we go to the treadmill. I'm like, let's turn this thing on to 10, 20, 50, 100. Just go as fast as you can. And we're the dumb kids where I'm like, put my legs apart with a treadmill running between your legs. And I'm on the side, and I'm like, hey Austin, what's... So it literally caught me and flung me against the wall and launched my boy corpse and then broke the drywall. Isn't it the best and also the worst at the same time? I was literally out of breath. I couldn't breathe. Like on the verge of crying on my side.
Feels like.
Yeah, when I'm dying. Austin doesn't give a crap about me. He doesn't care at me at all. He runs up the wall and he's like screaming at the wall. And I'm like crawling out of the house. I gotta go back to my home.
You just left.
I get back to my house and I see my mom on the phone and she's just, what did you do, Steven? So, yeah.
Child logic is really funny because I apparently tried to convince my friends of I guess I still do, but I had a really wild imagination as a kid. And I would try to convince my friends that no, it's real. And I forgot about this, but Tommy, who I do all the low budget TV, low budget stuff with, I've known him since we were 2 years old. And I guess at one point, probably when I was around 10, I was telling him, I'm like, hey Tommy, did you know that I have go-karts? And he's like, oh yeah? I'm like, yeah. And they could go all the way to Mexico and back. And he was like, yeah? And I don't know why, apparently, that was my, designator of, now you're impressed. Yeah. They can go to Mexico and back. It's just, I always love hearing stories about that, where you're as a kid, you're no, let me tell you what's cool, all right?
I stole a car when I was a kid.
Yeah?
Yeah.
True story.
This is true. So, again, I was a,
sweet child.
a very good boy.
Yeah.
There was a little electronic car, a little Barbie car for, kids. And I was at the tender age of 17 years of younger. I was 9 or something like that. And I was in my neighborhood in the cul-de-sac, and they had a little car for their daughter, and I'm like, I want that car. And one day, I decided to have a stakeout. And they went back inside about the car in the driveway, and I'm like, I got the car. I'm like, see ya, suckers. I was
Grand Theft Auto.
I'm like, yeah, it's Jurassic Park. This is so cool. And I kept driving around until the car just died from the battery. I just stood in the road. I'm like,
I remember doing something.
what is the worst part?
Oh no, you got worse.
I got ratted out by the neighbor. So I go.
Oh, what a terrible neighbor.
And my mom just on the phone and looks at me, Steven, what did you do? And I'm like, nothing. And she's like, well, Miss Stovall said she saw you in the neighbor's pink little toy car you left in the road. I'm like, Miss Stovall is a liar. And mom's like, no, Steven, you're done, son. It's gonna put me in trouble. I never took the car.
There's some weird things you do as a kid. I like how this guy's like, I want to leave now. You can sit. Right, just, at least this is the last story I'll bring up for right now. But sometimes we do stuff as a kid that we're like, this makes perfect sense until the adult shows up and goes, no, seriously, what are you doing?
Child logic is so flawed.
I went to my neighbor's driveway.
Yeah.
And they had a hose there, and I guess I wanted to see if my friend could hang out, and they had to go somewhere. And I'm like, oh, well, that's boring. Well, I guess I might as well, do something productive while I'm there. So, and this is in California, mind you. I saw their garden hose, and I'm like, I'll wash their driveway. They were gone for 45 minutes, and I sat there the whole time watering it down, and I'm thinking they're going to be so grateful. They're going to be like, wow, what a great guy. They might even pay me. And they got back, and they're just like, how long have you been doing this? I literally see water all the way down the cul-de-sac, like, who's flooding out? Or, oh my God, what is AC Race Best doing?
I did that, one last story, where I wanted money from my neighbors. I'm like, hey, let me rake your yard in the summertime. And I think the neighbor just wanted, he's like, you know what, sure, why not, you idiot? Like, here, here's $5. I want to see if you do this. He went back inside, and I'm like, sucker, it was a great yard. I ran it back to my house and buy Pokemon cards or something with it. Which my mom's like, once again, Steven, you're in trouble. There was the same neighbor though. They were like, gosh, tired. Basically, they were very spiritual people, and then this whole section of their house where I guess they have this little shrine where they put like trinkets and money to, I guess for the whatever religious purposes. And I was visiting because their son was one of my friends, and I decided to rob from the little like religious thing. And I'm like, yeah. And my mom was devastated. She's like, you can't just steal from a religious thing. And
if it was not religious, it would have been okay.
It's been crazy. But here's the thing. Here's the part though. There's a neighbor. He was the kindest guy. He was like, oh, Steve, don't worry. It's give me $20. I'm like, let's live. My mom's like, no, you're not learning your lesson. Like, all right, what's your question? I'm sorry. We went on a quick tangent.
This is what happens on the podcast, by the way. Hi.
So, me and my stupid friend are thinking about starting a podcast. Is there anything you want to say, such as tips or anything?
Do it.
Ultimately, I just do it. Just go for it.
Yeah.
Talk about what's fun and passionate to you, because if not, it's going to be a drag.
Yeah. Try to maybe, like, do you guys like have a topic that you are going to be aiming for, or do you know yet?
Oh, we're extremely stupid, so we're going to be talking about whatever we were doing through the week.
Oh, beautiful. I think it always helps with a podcast to have some sort of a theme, or just something to have people just get that initial, like, hey, let's check out this podcast. It's about this. It's about being dumb and what you did during the week. But it also, I think, helps to like have just something that might pull in that outside audience. Because I think that's usually what'll get people to check it out in the first place. Like that's your first thing is, let's see if we can get people to check this out. I think it also helps. I know you do this. I know Sarah does this. But to have not just have it be a live podcast, if you're doing a live podcast, is also to have an easy, accessible way for people to find it if they couldn't make it to the live podcast.
Wait, archive it on YouTube.
Yeah. That gives people the opportunity to even look back at other episodes and go, oh no, yeah, let's check this out when it's live. So stuff like that helps.
I guess we'll just be arguing about the same thing every day.
There you go.
Perfect. It's going to be everyday podcast?
I don't know, but every time.
Every hour. We're back.
Good luck.
Best of luck.
Hello.
So I could actually to piggyback a little bit off of what she was asking. For starting the podcast, what would you recommend for someone who has little to no budget to starting out, like network, or how would you be able to get started?
I mean, fortunately, most of the software required is free.
Yeah, like OBS is free.
Yeah,
Yeah,
OBS is fantastic. You can use a cheap microphone, or if you want to invest like $100 into a Blue Yeti or a Snowball, which is cheaper. YouTube for archiving it. For marketing purposes, I mean, you don't really need to spend money on marketing. Just kind of be ready with hashtags and trends whenever they strike. If you are talking about a funny story from seeing like a popular movie, and you're like, okay, let's talk about this, our experience seeing Avengers or something like that, then be ready for that when the time comes. But besides that, it's pretty free. Here's the one problem. I hate iTunes. If you were trying to archive your podcast on iTunes, it's a hassle. You can go to like Podbean or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I do.
And it's so funny because you think this would be a streamlined, easy thing to do. It's like you have to plug this into that, and you have to put this URL into this. You have to do it. Oh, you didn't do it just right. Oh, crashing. It's dumb, but it's doable. But if anything, just upload YouTube. That's easy enough.
Just YouTube, just like post it on YouTube versus having to go through like Podbean or another.
I know some folks want it on Podbean because like YouTube is dumb where if you want to start a podcast while on the go, you have that full screen going. You can't just click out. You could in the past, but YouTube's like, let's charge some money for it, which I'm dead serious to do that. But like Podbean, you can like use that as a place to store it. It's $100 for a year, which isn't bad if you're willing to invest. So,
Yeah, they do have. I think they have a free version, but it's not like not that much space. Though.
Yeah, they limit that to where because I think SoundCloud is the same way with so limited. So yeah, they might make a little bit of money, but it's not extraordinary.
The most important thing I think would be the mics. If you have poor quality mics, it's going to be more of a strain to listen to. It's really nice when you're listening to a quality microphone on a podcast. So yeah, and also if it's a live podcast, you want to make sure that you have decent internet as well. So yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
You. Hello.
So I'm just hearing all these funny stories from and just because I'm a jerk, I know that Pele was a quiet one, so I want to know what bad stuff he's done. in the past.
Yeah, I was trying to think of something because
This angel next to us.
As you guys were talking about it, I was like, wow, I don't remember anything from my childhood. I'm starting to forget it.
Alzheimer's is already hitting there. You were a pretty well-behaved kid, weren't you?
Pretty much. I mean, I was very quiet. So.
It's the quiet ones you got to worry about.
Yeah, I'm like literally just forgetting.
What stories about dolphins do you have for us?
Plenty ones.
About dolphins? Right. Stories about dolphins. I mean,
Oh, the formula. Let's see that formula. So when I was 8, I rode my bicycle.
Yeah.
The end.
When did you first meet a dolphin?
like in 2004.
What was she like?
Yeah.
What color hair did she have?
What lipstick was she wearing?
It was brown hair.
What was her name?
She doesn't remember.
Desiree.
There was a dolphin that I really liked called Gracie.
Gracie?
Yeah,
Why'd you
Gracie.
like her?
I don't know. She was cool looking.
Cool, dude. I'm glad you
I told you I don't remember.
Gracie. What was her friend's name? Will?
No.
Willie.
Willie and Gracie. You're right, Willie and Gracie. Dang it, that's good. He's stupid.
If I could ask another question real quick?
Yeah, sure.
So, I'm currently part of a podcast that took inspiration from another podcast, which at least for now I probably should not mention, but where we're the Burning Maniacs discuss, and so what would you would you recommend adding some sort of our own little unique spin to it, or are you just okay to do something similar to what?
I mean, do both. Work on what has proven to work, but if you can, add your own unique spin on it because that's what makes you stand out. That's for branding purposes. So yeah, just but if you're too far off the grid early on, it's like there's a chance people won't really notice. But at the same time, also I guess bold and just pay off. Yeah, just do what works for you. I guess.
Ultimately, the whole reason.
Sorry.
I'm just kidding. Hey, the whole reason that we started the Semi Perfect podcast was because we're like, it'd be fun to just get together every other week and talk about how dumb we are and talk about stories and whatnot. And, it also used it as an opportunity to update people on our content and what's coming or maybe what had just come out. And so that's what we kind of utilized it for was, yeah, we could use it as some information, but ultimately it was just, hey, I think this would be fun to do. So if you're having fun with it, that's what ultimately matters. Even if you don't have anybody watching, it's like, whatever, we'll get laughs out of it. But yeah. Hello.
Hey, good morning. My question is, who or what was your inspiration to start doing a podcast? A lot of people ask that do podcasts, say it's like Joe Rogan, but who or what was your inspiration to start doing a
I think for me, because I remember, I forget which of us was like, hey, let's do a podcast, but at some point, first Semi Perfect. But I think that I was actually, if you guys know this, I was inspired by your guys' Brony Breakdown thing that you used to do. Because I'm like, that was, I remember actually
the first time you guys asked me to be on that, and I was like, oh my gosh.